Hey folks, so in this video, we'll go through a tutorial on how to instrument your Spring Boot application with OpenTelemetry and SigNoz. So the brief plan is that we'll first download a sample Spring project. So it's a Spring Pet Clinic project. And then we will run it and then install SigNoz and deploy it in a Ubuntu machine. So once we have a Ubuntu machine deployed, we will instrument our Spring Boot app with the instrumentation instruction mentioned in the tutorials here, and hopefully we'll be able to see a SigNoz application with metrics from the Spring Boot application. So that's the broad plan which we are gonna do. So let's get started with it. So as a first step, let's first install SigNoz and see if it's running properly. So to get started with this, I just started a new Ubuntu machine in Azure. And basically it's a 2 CPU, 8 GB memory machine. And then let's follow the instructions here. So I'll go to the GitHub repository of SigNoz and try to install SigNoz in Ubuntu first. Okay, so if you want to get started, you just follow the steps here. So you can use install scripts if you are in one of the operating systems here. So I am using Ubuntu, so I'll just use this install script method. So I'll just copy this command, and here I've already logged into the VM. I'll just do a sudo apt get update to just ensure that all packages are fine. Cool. So I'll just copy the commands here. So we'll clone our repo here and then go to a particular folder in that repo. And cool. So the repo is cloned. We are in that machine and in that particular folder. So we'll now start the script here. So the script asks us whether we want to use a ClickHouse or a Kafka Druid setup. I think just to test things up, ClickHouse is much simpler to install, so we'll get started with that. So this script, while it's running, we'll just have a look into like what it actually does. So the script actually installs detects the Docker image in tries to install the Docker, and then it will install the packages required for running SigNoz, and then just get it up and running, right? So as you can see here, it is as of now installing SigNoz Docker kind of packages, and then it will installing some more packages. So in the meanwhile, maybe we'll also install the Java application which we want to do. So first I'll SSH to the repo, to the VM where I'm running installing this. So this is the same VM with where we are installing the Spring Boot. So let's see. So as of now we have SigNoz installed here, which is like running here, and then let's also clone the repo here. So we just want to run this repo first in the local file. So I'll just try to follow these instructions. Okay. So we'll do a git clone of this. Okay, we'll go to the pet clinic project. So we are in the Spring Boot pet clinic project now. Now we'll do Maven build all the packages. So Java is not defined. So I think we have to install Java first. All right, let's see. Okay, so we are on Ubuntu. How to install Java? OpenJDK. So says sudo apt install default gre. So install this. So let's see. So let's see if it's able to. So it's still installing while. Okay, so in the meanwhile, SigNoz installation is complete. So as you can see, this installed Docker here, and it installed Docker Compose, and then it installed ClickHouse query service. So these are the different services which SigNoz uses internally. And then the installation is complete. I'll just give my email ID to get any updates on SigNoz. And we are sorted. So it says that the front end should be running on localhost 3000. Because we are running it on a VM, we should be able to see this on this IP. So let's open this port first. So we need to ensure that this port 3000 is open. Azure by default doesn't open that port. So I'll go to the Azure system, try to add a port 3000 here. And you can, like for your machine, or like if you're using AWS or Google Cloud, you would have ways to add port to your own machine. So you just have to figure that out and open port 3000. So let's just see if we are live with SigNoz, like if SigNoz is set up. I'll just copy this IP and try to open port 3000. Alright, so it seems we are set up. So SigNoz is running on. I'll set up Pranay at signoz.io. Pranay. And yes, so we have SigNoz running. We have a sample app running now where we have different front-end applications. We are able to see the metrics and we are able to see different traces going down here. So cool, everything is working fine. Okay, so we have SigNoz set up here. It has 4 applications currently. Once we install or set up our Java application, we should be able to see one Java app also here. So that would be the goal here, and also to see its metrics, right? So, okay, let's see if Java is installed now. Okay, so this is where SigNoz is installed. Okay, so we are able to see OpenJDK version here. So we'll now continue ahead with installing our project. So let's see if Maven W package works. Okay, it's giving a warning now, but it's getting started. So I will let it run in the background while it does its stuff. Meanwhile, I'll see what are things it needs. So So we have to change the port of, so this applications runs on a particular port, and we have to might need to change the port of this to access this repository to like work properly with SigNoz, because I think SigNoz uses 8080 for one of its other services. So let me check. So actually, SigNoz repo has a fork of pet clinic. I'll just see. I think we should be fine. Let's see. Think we'll be deploying into the local browser. We'll see if there is a issue which comes because of port issues. So this takes some times to like download the application, etc. So in the meanwhile, figure out how to instrument. So here it says that for instrumenting Java applications with OpenTelemetry, so this two-phase, you have to get OpenTelemetry installed and configured, and then you have to configure that data is being set as expected. So first is we have to download the latest version of this jar. So maybe we can do this in the meanwhile. So okay, so we are on SigNoz folder. We'll get up. We'll go to our home folder and let's try to install this. Okay, so we have OpenTelemetry Java agent now present here. We have SigNoz running properly, and then as of now we are installing the Spring Boot app. So this takes some time to install. I'll maybe take a pause and then we'll come back to this while it installs. Okay, so we have our Maven packages installed now. So the build is now successful. So let's just try to start running it. So we'll just check if the sample application is working fine or not. So this is starting the sample application. This is saying, so I think by default it's, so okay, so it says because port 8080 was already in use, because I think SigNoz is already uses 8080 for something. So we'll go ahead and change the port. So we'll just change it here. So CD source, you can change the port here by going to the application properties page, changing the application properties file. So and add this line here. So I'll just add it, create it in a new folder. So it's in the src main resources folder. So we'll go there and just manually see what is there. Okay, so we have okay, so we are in the application properties folder here now. We just have to start running the port in another folder. So just to be safe, we'll maybe add it here and start running in maybe 8091 so that we don't see any other conflict from other potential use cases, another potential applications using both. And then okay, let's go back to our main folder and try to run the Java command again. So it will again try to start running the binary which is in the jar file. Interesting. So it is still asking for so we'll see if so we're able to change the application folder. So let's see if there is another way. So we have another fork of SigNoz in where we run this pet clinic, and let's see how that has been updated. So we'll go to src file, we'll go to main, we'll go to resources, and we'll go to application properties, and server port is equal to 890. I think we'll need to build the packages again. So let's do that because we have to build a project first. Okay, we need to go back to the main folder, build the packages again, and hopefully this time it will build it faster because most of the things would have been done. Okay, so this is going fine. This is starting to run some tests. Right, and meanwhile we'll try to see how we'll go ahead and instrument this application. So basically we'll have to download this OpenTelemetry file. We have already installed it, and then this is the command which we'll have to run. So let's prepare this command for now. Okay, so this is running now. So let's just try to run this. Yeah, so this should be running now because now we have opened up change the port which this server requires. Okay, so I think this should be running. Let's test it out. So we'll just copy the same URL here and go to the port 8090 to see if this is working. Same, it's taking some time. Okay, so I forgot this. We have to open this port also, which we are using. So let's open 8090 also, otherwise you won't be able to access this port from outside. So I'm just adding this port here. And we'll see. So yeah, so the port is successfully opened. I think we should be able to access this now. So okay, Tom could started on port 8090 with context path this. 4 The URL is 4088.129.181. Okay, so this is getting some inputs now. So yeah, so this is up. Takes some times, I think, to start for the first time. So this is a sample application where you can like run something. If you can add owners. So let's add Pranay, Pratik, Bangalore. Cool. So let's add owner here. Okay, this should not be empty. So this can be tuck, 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 tuck. Okay. And then we should be able to find owners by Pratik. Let's see. Okay, so this is cool. This application is working in port 8090 now. So the and SigNoz is running on port 3000 now, and we have these set of applications here. So the next task is to just instrument our applications with OpenTelemetry and start looking into it. So let's see. So we'll go ahead with the doc and we'll go to the instrumentation doc. So this is the instrumentation doc. We already installed the latest version of OpenTelemetry. Now we just have to start the package again with this command. Okay, so one more thing, I think this port here, this says as a caution that incoming port 317 machine should be open. So let's do that first. Let's open port 4317 also. So 4317 should get opened up. And I think the only task remaining. So we'll close the, so this, we'll just close this application now. We'll run it again later. So I think just to verify this is not working now. And we'll just instrument our app with the OTLP endpoints and then run it. So let's so I'll just open up another terminal, try to edit this. So we'll have, so the path of OpenTelemetry is this home/user. So I'll put that here. Okay, this is fine. We'll give a name to the app. So let's give it springboot. And then we have to give the right IP of the backend of SigNoz. So just copy it from this. So we are running SigNoz on this IP 4088.129.181. So we'll just copy it here. Okay. We have 2 times HTTP, so we'll remove this. We'll copy this here. This is fine. We have given a name. Spring Boot. Let's do Spring Prana. More easily identifiable. And then we have given the file name. And then we have to give the same running instructions, which this should have. So let's go there, java -jar target star jar, right? So we'll just put there, this there. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Java minus Java agent path to OpenTelemetry minus jar. Okay, so I don't think we have to give Java twice. There's already a Java there. So yeah, this should work. So we have given the target files. We have given the Java agent name here. We have given the service name here. And we have given the right endpoint. Okay, there's extra slash here. It may cause an issue, so just let's remove it. Right. So I think this should be fine. Let's try to copy it and start running this here. Let's see if this starts running. So I'll have to see if this starts running, and then we'll start doing something on the Java app there. So you'll have to see if this comes up. Okay, so this is coming up now. So the Java app is running. Everything is initialized. Let's just browse a bit to see if, okay. So Pratik is not fine because it's a new application. So we have to maybe add a new owner. Pranay, Pratik, address, Bangalore, India, something. Add owner. And then we'll search with Pratik and we should find something. Okay, so you're finding something. This is working. So the app is working fine. We are getting application requests here. Okay. Should be seeing more server logs here, but let's see. Okay, so now we are able to see Spring Pranay here. This is the application which we are running here. And yeah. So you can also see like different sort of metrics. So it's understanding. We have to start sending it. It has traces here. You can deep down into this, see different type of applications which are coming here, right to the down of like what is the SQL call which is making. And yeah, there are like the number of, it's like very small time frame names. So just to make it last 5 minutes, maybe you'll see something more. But you can already see what are the like number of calls being made here, different APIs which can be called. So for this API, you can filter this based on API. You can see this is the duration, and then you can see the exact state trace call of this. If you want to see a particular call, you can also see what was the operation, how much time it took. So you can like deeply debug it. Yeah, so if you see how easy it was to get started with SigNoz, instrument your applications in OpenTelemetry, and I think in just like 30 minutes now, we have been able to start a application, instrument it with OpenTelemetry, and then get it running and see the data in SigNoz. So that's it. That's what I wanted to share. Thanks for seeing the video. Let me know if you have any questions or face any difficulties. So the documentation is pretty exhaustive. If you have any questions, you can always ping us on the Slack group. And yeah, see you till next time.